you're so bad at technology. Ooh, bitch, you're muted. Me. Shut up. 1 second. Okay, give me like 1 second, okay? Yeah, that is what you sound like. What's the slur? What's the slur? You're gonna have to watch and find out. You're gonna have to watch and find out. Followed you on Twitter, didn't know you streamed. I don't stream. I'm not a real streamer. This is actually all made up. I used to be a real streamer, and then I quit, so. Okay. So, I was gonna, my goodness, boys, stop it. I was gonna go and, put some, like, bigger eyelashes on, some real eyelashes on. What are we thinking? Should I just, do I need to worry about it? Should I worry about it, or should I stay? Yeah, I said the slur while I was muted. Sorry, guys. I said a whole string of slurs, actually. Am I gonna at least upload it to YouTube? Maybe this time. Maybe this time I will. Nose job check? Yeah. I think everyone knows I had a nose job. I don't... What do you want? Yes, check. I think there's gonna be like, okay, so I think there's gonna be a number of people that have come in here to try and hurt my feelings. So you guys might see some chuddy stuff in chat. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if you had to ban them. They might be being funny. It's okay. 'Cause I was arguing with that guy on Twitter. So there might be a number of people that come in here that are like super shitty chuds that are trying to start shit. We'll see. Maybe not. I was telling people online that I think that I should be able to say that they should kill themselves, which got a lot of right-wingers like super upset. So we will see. We will see what happens. I unbanned him. He immediately says, "Why do you look like that?" No, yeah, that's a guy here to be a dickhead. If people are here to like actually be dickheads for real, you can ban them if you want. I don't really care if they insult me. I just don't want them to be like super rude to. I just don't want like chuds to be here to be rude to you guys. That's all. I don't know. Yeah, if you're not gonna be funny about it, I don't care. If you want to come here and be mean to me, you have to be funny about it. So I don't know if you guys. Okay, let's see. Let's take a little look-see. Hold on. Let's see. What are we gonna do? I don't know how real streamers do this, where they like switch over to a scene and it's like, it's the internet or whatever. Window they have is already up. I don't understand Streamlabs. Okay. So, yeah, I immediately open it to porn. Not anymore. I don't show porn on stream anymore accidentally, okay? Used to happen in the past. Doesn't happen anymore. So, I tweeted. I'm having fun tonight. I tweeted, to be honest, I think everyone should get a quarterly kill yourself voucher for this website specifically. I don't think you should be able to say like kill yourself on any other website. Like, I think that's kind of fucked up, right? But on twitter.com, I think you should be able to say it on Twitter. I'm not gonna lie. It's a terrible place filled with terrible people. And then so of course, like, immediately they started quote tweeting me and they were like, we're gonna tell you to kill yourself, like, everyone's gonna use it on you. And like, the first thing they went to was like my physical appearance, right? You look like a crack whore who can't shake the baby fat, which I thought is super funny, right? Because that just means that I look like I'm thin, but I have baby fat on my face, which just means that I look like I'm young. So like, that didn't hurt my feelings. Like, that did not work out at all. And then this one said, don't you have to, don't you have another nose surgery to schedule? It's like, I was like, dog, I already had a nose surgery. It doesn't hurt my feelings anymore, dog. Like, what do you mean? It looks good now. That doesn't do anything. These people are so bad at this, right? And I think it's like, so I was just like, I was just talking shit, right? I was having a lot of fun talking shit, and I was like, you know what, I'm actually having a lot of fun. I was saying slurs. I had to actually delete the slurs that I was tweeting, and I was like, I should go on stream and have fun. But I do think that's funny, right? Like, the idea of like, oh, don't you need another nose job? Like, no, dumb fuck. Fucking retarded, I'm sorry. Like, I already got it. Why would I need another one? Are you fucking stupid? Like, oh. I know. And I was like, what did I say? I think I actually called him retarded. And then I deleted it, right? Because I was like, I shouldn't say that. I never say that. I never say that word. I've actually argued that you shouldn't say that word before. And so, like, I literally never say it, actually. I don't think I've ever tweeted it ever before. And so I was like, okay, I should probably delete that. Like, that's probably too much, even for me. I probably shouldn't say the R slur, especially because, like, I've argued against it, you know? So I deleted it or whatever. And then, I was like, what did I fucking say? I was like, did you get fucking dropped on your head as a child? Like, you have fucking fetal alcohol syndrome. Because I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? Instead of saying slurs, I can be more creative, right? Like, I can be more creative. I can actually be funnier and not friendly fire, right? I can do funnier shit than that. So that's why I was like, why, your mom fucking drank while she was pregnant with you? You have fucking fetal alcohol syndrome? Like, what, are you fucking stupid? Like, what's wrong with you? And, he got mad. He got really mad at that. He said, what did he say? You think we forgot about your ex telling everyone you would cry your eyeballs out because of your nose. Maybe you should go back to the asylum. Which is just like, what ex are you talking about? Are you talking about SDL? Or are you talking about my husband? Because my husband would never tweet some shit like that, and he never did. And SDL would never tweet some shit like that, and he never did. Right? So he's just making shit up. And then he said that saying, like, stuff I'm currently insecure about and stuff I'm still insecure about is somehow, like, a different meaning. And then he quit sparring with me, and that was, like, that hurt my feelings. So, anyway. Got me in a good mood. And I was like, okay, I'm having fun, we're talking shit. I should probably stream again, you know? Because, like, I feel like I haven't been in, like, a really, really good mood in, like, a really long time. So, here we are. I think the last time I was streaming was, like, the title was something about Andrew Tate. That must have been, I don't know, it must have been, like, fucking months ago. I feel like I've been, like, really low energy for a while, so. Yeah, I broke up with SDL. Was it April or March? Yeah. It was, like, so I guess the last time I streamed was, like, yeah, I guess it was, like, months ago. It was, like, several months ago. I streamed a couple weeks back. I don't know about that. I don't think that's true. Last one I remember was you jumping on Keffel's stream. Oh, yeah, but I don't... So if I go on other people's stream, I don't consider that to be streaming. SDL made an XL chart with a timeline of the whole thing? What are you talking about? Do you mean in site chat? He is bitching at me. He is bitching at me about site chat, so maybe I should check that out. Let's see. So what's been going on in the news, guys? Oh, I'm joking because he's data driven. Oh, you know what's fucked up is that SDL is so like that I actually didn't know that you were joking. What is going on over in side chat? I should probably check that out. What's going on in the news, guys? New season of Eric Andre? No, but you know, I don't know. I don't watch the Eric Andre show. But you know what is happening? Have you guys seen Ted Cruz doing the weird, like, we shouldn't kill the gays thing? You guys have seen this, right? Death, famine, taxes, the usual. No Hannibal Buress, though. Have I ever told you guys that I matched with Hannibal Buress on Tinder? Have I told you guys this story? And he's getting yelled at? Yeah, no, he is getting yelled at. We should look at this, actually. We should look at Ted Cruz getting yelled at. Okay, hold on. Let's see, what's Ted Cruz? So, I feel like Ted Cruz is only doing this because he wants to be more racist than he wants to be homophobic. Let's see. Do you guys actually know this story yet? Here it is. Yeah, I ghosted Hannibal. Wait, have I told you this story about how I ghosted Hannibal? Have I told this story on stream? Yeah, I ghosted Hannibal Buress. I didn't know who he was. I feel like I would have done it anyway, but I ghosted Hannibal Buress because I didn't know who he was. So I was in Arizona. I mentioned this a while ago. Okay, yeah, I did talk about this. So, when I guess this was like 2017, 2018, why did you ghost him? Because I didn't fucking know anything about him. You could have eaten lettuce together? Is this a reference to something that Hannibal Buress did, or is this a reference to the video that exists of me online eating lettuce? Because there is most decidedly there is definitely a video of me online eating lettuce somewhere. It's something Hannibal did on the Eric Andre show. No, that's super funny. I didn't know that. No, I just also happened to, like, have a video online where I'm eating lettuce because of something, where I'm just, like, staring at the camera, eating, like, a bare head of lettuce. It was some sort of Twitter joke. Yeah, me and Hannibal actually would have been perfect for each other. No, so I was in, I think I was in, like, I was in Arizona. I was in Phoenix, Arizona, and, what did you do for the gesture? Why did you do that gesture for, wait, what gesture did I do? The this? Yeah, it exists online somewhere. It's on my phone somewhere. I think I posted it from an old account, but there's definitely a video from, that's not how my hand looked. I have no idea what I did. No, I did a fist. Yeah, I was eating lettuce like this. No, there's some sort of video somewhere on, like, one of my older accounts where I'm just staring into the camera. Just fucking staring into the camera. And I'm like really close to it, right? I'm like right here. I'm like right here. I'm just like eating this head of lettuce. Like making like direct eye contact. I have no idea why this happened. I can't remember. This was like 2 years ago at this point. So, wait, watch the clip? No, I'm trying to tell like 4 different stories. I'm trying to tell like 4 different stories. Oh! Okay. I understand what hand sign I made now. Okay. Um, it was not like that. That's not how I was eating the lettuce. Oops. Oops. Okay. Anyway, no. So I was in so I was in Arizona. Yeah. So I was in Arizona with my girlfriend Sarah at the time, and we were in Phoenix, and we were trying to. I did call it a head of lettuce. I'm gonna unmod you. I'm gonna ban you. And we were trying to like dance our way across the Southwest. I think it was around the time, it was around Christmas time, so I'd gone to go visit my parents. My parents live out in New Mexico, so it was like, okay, like we'll go dance in New Mexico, we'll go over to Arizona, we'll go visit all these different states, and we'll make our way through the strip clubs, right? We'll fund our trip that way, we'll dance through. And so then, we stayed a little bit with my parents in New Mexico. Cool, Christmas is over. So then we go over to Phoenix, and we were like not making a lot of money in Phoenix. So I don't know if you guys have ever like lived in Phoenix, or if you've like gone to any of the strip clubs there, but it's not great. It's really not great. Oh shit, we got a hype train. Oh, that's cool. I didn't even notice. Wait, were people gifting subs? Because if people were gifting subs, I totally didn't fucking notice. I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be, like, calling that out. Crusader Alley, thank you so much for resubscribing. Milky Milked, thank you for subscribing. Viking7926, thank you. Scary Spikes, nice to see you back, Scary Spikes, thank you so much. And of course, Jar Jerk, thank you. Okay, so I really appreciate you guys. But no, so Phoenix is like not a great place. Phoenix is like not a great place to dance in. It's not a great place to be in. I think that there are probably some nice clubs there, but when we were there, the only club that would like hire out-of-towners last second was the nicest club that would like hire out-of-towners last second was this place called Highlighter. So we go to Highlighter, and we just like weren't making that much money. I mean, I was making money on stage, which was cool, but the back rooms are different, very different. Because like here in Texas, I can charge you like maybe you pay $150 an hour for the booth, and then you pay me on top of that, right? So you get the booth, $150, you pay the club that, it's yours for the hour, and then you pay me like, I don't know, like $900 for the hour, $1,000 for the hour, that sort of thing. Like, that's what I would charge whenever I was dancing still, right? So, you pay me like $500 for a half hour, $600 for a half hour, and then either like $900 or $1,000 for an hour. And then that goes all to me, and I keep all of that. But in Phoenix, it's different. In Phoenix, like, I think it's like, the guys pay for admission into the back area, and then the private dances happen in these like tiny little mini booths. Sorry, we have a cat fight happening. So the guys pay for admission into like the little mini booths, and then once you're back there, they didn't have to pay us very much at all, I don't think. Can we not do this, boys? Hi. Yeah, ow, stop, that's my finger, stop. So, my money is on the orange one. No, the orange one is fixed. It's actually Ernan that wins all of the fights because he's not fixed, and he is a little hell demon. That's lawyer rates, at least. Yeah. I mean, you make like pretty good money. If you're good at what you do, if you're really good at sales, if you're really good at sales, and if you're like attractive and you know what you're doing, you can make a fuck ton of money. But anyway, Phoenix was totally different. So I'm not making a ton of money, and everyone that wants to take me into the back is like trying to finger me, and it's really gross. And they're these tiny little booths, like instead of cabanas with champagne, and instead of like, you know, curtains in your own closed off room, they're just these like tiny little booths, and there's a security guy, but the guys just slip the security guy like an extra 20, and then he like doesn't walk back and check up on you. So it's fucking gross, right? And I just was like, man, this kind of fucking sucks, you know? Are we talking the size of a bathroom stall? Probably a little larger. Probably a little wider than a bathroom stall. Oh, who's texting me? Oh. So probably a little wiser. Probably a little wider than a bathroom stall. But either way, right? Like, it's a really kind of a gross atmosphere. And the thing is, like, in my home clubs, if I go on stage on a Friday or a Saturday night, every time I go on stage, which is probably only going to be like 2 times a night, right? Because if it's a Friday or a Saturday night, we're talking about anywhere from 60 to like 100 girls working. So I'm probably going to go on stage once or twice. But if I'm working at, say, Red Rose, or if I'm working at Palazzo, I expect to make anywhere from like $200 to $500 on stage. And the reason why I expect to make that kind of money on stage is because, like, when I was dancing, the thing that I catered to and the thing that I put a lot of my time and attention into was pole, was stage performance. Like, outside of the club, I'm doing drills every single day. Outside of the club, I'm teaching pole dancing. Outside of the club, I'm choreographing all of my moves to songs. Like, I pick the songs, I do drills to them, right? And I choreograph everything that I do. Because for me, it was like, listen, if I'm gonna work in this industry, and if I'm going to be a dancer, I'm gonna be the best fucking dancer you've ever seen, right? Don't you need a lot of core strength to do pole dancing? Yes. So you need a lot of core strength. It's a lot of abdomen, it's a lot of your back muscles, and it's also a lot of like forearm stuff. So it's funny because to this day, I'm like, you know, I'm like soft now, right? But I'm so much stronger on this side of my body than I am this side of my body, because I didn't learn how to pole dance in a studio. So in a studio, they'll have you drill a trick on both sides of your body. I didn't fucking learn in a studio. I learned in the club. So, you know, you get good at it on one side, or you find the side that's comfortable for you, and then you just repeatedly do it on that side. So you'd meet these girls who, like, you know, they come into the clubs on the weekends, or like they're like, oh, I'm here for Friday, I just want to check it out, I've been doing all these drills in my studio. And you're like, okay, honey, you're gonna last 2 hours. And they would be able to do all these, like, really, they would be very technical, but none of them would be very smooth, none of them were very graceful, and, you know, they last a fucking hour. Meanwhile, I'm jacked on one side, so fucking soft on the other. I'm like, I can do all this crazy shit on my right side, I can't do shit with my left side. It's super funny. You know what's really funny too is you can actually tell who learned how to pole dance in strip clubs versus who learned how to pole dance in studios. And the way that you can tell this is based on how they climb. It's based on how they climb. You can also tell who's been doing it for a long time and who hasn't. Yeah, pole dancers walking around with one Hulk arm and one skeletal arm. Yeah, no, I'm like, I had my, like, one Hulk arm, and this is, like, my weak, tiny, little, like, my shriveled arm. Yeah, no. So, what can I...
My son.
He's going crazy.
Oh, it's my son. Oh, come here.
Have you guys met Ernan yet? What? What's going on? You okay? Where do you want to go? You want to go? Oh, okay, here, come in. Oh, there we go. So, you can tell I have one Hulk arm and one shriveled arm for a very different reason. Shame. So the way that you can tell who learned in a studio and who learned in the club is based on the way they climb. And let me see if I can demonstrate. There's gotta be a way I can demonstrate this for you guys. I'm like I don't have my pole. That's actually not true. I do have my pole, but it's downstairs and it's not put together. Okay, I can probably demonstrate. Okay, hold on. We'll figure this out. We're gonna work together, okay? Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord. Joseph and Mary. Okay. Good God. I'm gonna have to drag that back in a minute. It's gonna be terrible. Okay. So essentially, let's say, hold on. This is the worst idea I've ever had. Things are about to crash and burn. We'll see, okay? We'll see what happens. Please, God, I hope this goes okay. Okay. Alright. So your pole's like this, right? Your pole's like this, right? Right? What a pole looks like. So, girls who learn to climb in the clubs, what they'll do... I'm not really gonna do it. Everyone's like, please God, no. I'm not really gonna do it. But so basically what happens is if you wanna climb the pole. Oh wait, this story was supposed to lead to Hannibal Buress. Would you guys believe that I haven't had my Adderall in like 2 weeks? Please help me. Somebody give me an Adderall prescription. Please, God. I've been asking my doctor for 4 days. Please help me. Okay, anyway. So if you want to climb the pole, basically what you have to do is you have to have your knee on this side, right? And you want to have your foot on this other side. And you want to be able to brace your shin against the interior of the pole. And then what you want to be able to do is wrap the other leg around it like this, right? So you want to be able to have, it basically gripping into this side of your inner thigh on this side, and you want to be able to wrap it around your ankle on the other side. That way you essentially are making, like just pretend this is my other leg, right? So you're making an X, because you want to be able to hold the tension in between these 2 points, right? So you want them to intersect right here, and this is essentially like, you want to be able to create a grip in between your two chins, if you will, right? Or your calf and your shin. So, have SDL make a diagram, I'm lost. So basically, you want to be able to put your leg up and then wrap your other leg around, because you want to be able to have that tension, essentially, right, in between these 2 places. Now, girls who came up in the fucking clubs will walk their ass up on stage, and the first thing you do is you wrap your arm around the pole, and then you pop your leg up from behind, and then you wrap your other leg up from in the front, and you pull your ass up. And you pull your ass up. That's how you do it, baby. Now. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Everything's good. I need to get my inhaler. I'll be right back. Alright. So, if you learn how to pole dance at the hoe store, the boob store, if you're a proletarian stripper, if you will, you learn how to dance in the club, right? You learn how to dance in the club. So basically you learn how to pole dance by watching other bitches do it. So you watch how other bitches do it, and you're like, oh, okay, cool. She pops a leg up, she pops another leg up, she pulls her ass up. Now, here I thought the most unsafe thing of that was gonna be the demonstration with the ring. Yeah, I'm part of the stripper vanguard, if you will. Marx failed to account for fucking liberal bougie ass pole studios when he claimed that we were the lumpen proles. So, how you know a bitch is a bourgeois pole dancer? I'm sorry, it's so stupid. That's never something that should come out of a human's mouth. So how you know a bitch is a bourgeois pole dancer is, they learn how to essentially grasp at the same time. So, like, instead of walking up to the pole and, like, slapping one leg up and then, you know, grabbing, slapping one leg up, wringing the other one around and pulling your ass up, they will walk up how they're taught. And I know this because, did you actually make a diagram, you fucker? No, you didn't. No, you did fucking not. No. No, dog. Okay. I'm so sorry, it's so stupid. Okay. Wait, I'm sorry. I think the best part about this is that you went out of your way to give me tits, but you did not give me an ass. That said, you did let people know that the ass exists and where it should be located. Just in case anyone was confused whether I have an ass, he made sure to let you know it exists. Wow. Alright guys, you're gonna pop that leg up. I'm so fucking retarded. Okay. Okay, everything's fine. You're gonna pop that leg up, boys. So, the way that these bougie bitches learn how to pole dance. He also neglected to give you hair. He also made my head a diamond? Borderline a trapezoid. We're not going for anatomical accuracy here. So the way that bougie bitches learn how to pole dance, and I know this because I was best friends with a bougie bitch who worked in the club. Also because I took a couple of pole dance lessons just because I wanted to know. Where is this diagram? Okay, I'll bring it back up. Yeah, it's the rhombusy. So the way that bougie bitches learn how to do it is they teach you, essentially, they want you to, like, I can't believe I did this again. So we're gonna imagine that there's a pole. Imagine there's a pole right here, okay guys? It's right here. Just picture it right here. So what they teach you to do is they have you walk up, you grab with your dominant hand, you place underneath with your non-dominant hand, and you're supposed to pull yourself up. You're supposed to pull yourself up with your fucking legs on the ground still. These bitches are sadists. They want you to pull your whole fucking ass up. pull your ass up, and then they want you to essentially jump and like grab. They want you to grab it at the same time with both legs. Isn't that fucking psychotic? Isn't that insane? Oh my god. It took so long before I was like able to... Yeah, what the fuck is right? What the fuck are they teaching these bitches in these fucking studios? Excuse me? I have asthma. Excuse me. It's fucking ridiculous. What are you teaching these girls? It's absurd. What? They expect you to just do that? Ugh. So basically what they want you to do is they want you to use your... You gotta be fucking insane! Meanwhile, I, like, can't breathe. I'm like, my body is deeply flawed and destroyed. No, but so you know what's actually crazy is that, yeah, thanks, COVID. So what they want you to do is, like, lift your whole body up with your upper body and then grasp the pole with your... Okay, that's enough. Hush. My father is downstairs asleep. That cat just barked? Yeah, I have a barking cat. You know what's funny is that Eddie will literally fight for Caesar. It's really cute. Okay, anyway. My point was, these bitches, these fucking studio bitches. Eddie is Caesar's strongest warrior, it's true. Basically, they expect you to be able to pull your entire upper body and then at the same time clasp both of your legs around the pole at the same time. Like, yeah, just at the same time. It's fucking crazy, right? So, I had been dancing for probably a year and a half. And I started, firmly grasp it, I started dancing relatively early on. Relatively early on, like probably within like a couple of months. And it was about a year in when I went to a studio, and I was like, I can't fucking do this, are you kidding me? Because it's like a totally different series of muscles. But yeah, I actually think it's significantly easier to grab with your, it's not like a deadlift, right? Like, I imagine you jump into the position and lock the shins on. Yeah, you lock the shins on, but still, like, it's a whole other series of, like, back muscles, I don't know, what would you call this? Abdomen muscles. Yeah, core. So, cum gutters, thank you. You have to use your cum gutter muscles. That's so true, bestie. But yeah, so it's like a whole other set of muscles that you have to use. And so I had been pole dancing for like so long at this point, and I remember going into the to the studio and being like, "You bitches want me to what?" And doing it and like failing the first few times. Like, it actually took me, I had to practice before I could just independently grab myself, pull myself up, and slap my fucking feet around the pole. I actually had to practice, even already having been pole dancing, you know, because you don't realize how... What? You had to practice? Shut up, bitch. Shut up, bitch. Fucking amateur. Yeah, okay. Love to see your dumbass on the pole. Actually, you'd probably be really good at it. Literally every time... Sucks. Every time I've ever talked shit to a man and been like, okay, bitch, okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Why don't you fucking try it? Why don't you fucking try it? They're like, yeah, okay. And then they get on the pole and they're just amazing. And I'm like, I'm gonna kill you in your sleep, actually. I'm gonna fucking stab you, okay? It's a lot easier, like... Did I miss the slur? Yeah, I already said like 30 slurs. Sorry, you missed it. No, men are actually really good at it. You guys have more muscle. It's just a lot easier for you. Yeah, I miss it. Right, this was about Hannibal Buress. This was supposed to be about Hannibal Buress. Yeah, I actually said every single slur that exists. Oh my god, you ass. Yeah, okay. Yeah. This is Merrick DeVille's theory, pole dancing. Yeah, you gotta pop. What really matters is you gotta pop that leg up. Alright. So is this graph straight from Karl Marx? This is actually lifted, this drawing. I don't know if you guys know this, but this drawing was actually lifted straight out of the third volume of Capital. Yeah, it's straight out of Capital Volume 3. When Marx actually realized that it was like a big, dumb, shitty thing for him to refer to sex workers as lumpenpearls. So in order to make up for this mistake, this drawing was actually added to Capital Volume 3. But none of you would know that, because none of you have actually fucking read Capital. Yeah, actually, I did one pole move earlier, and then I collapsed into an asthmatic heap, and had to have an emergency inhaler, and I coughed until I threw up. It's true. Everyone who was here earlier can attest to this. So Marx was into thick women? Oh, that's true. Everyone knows that, that's true. Hey now, do I own Capital? Yes. Have I opened it? Fuck you. That's none of your business. Yeah, that all happened. It was super cool. Okay, so the point of this story was that I wasn't making any fucking money, and it sucks dick in Phoenix, but I didn't want to suck dick in Phoenix. I've never sucked any sort of dick in the strip club. I think that's really bad manners. I think it's very rude. I think if you're going to suck dick, you should do it in the hotel room afterwards. Like, I don't suck dick in the hotel. Or, I'm sorry, I don't suck dick in the club. But yeah, Phoenix was gross. Like, it was like, oh, you can just do that kind of shit here. Like, you know, security will just look the other way. Like, it was a lot of that. And I was like, I don't need to. I don't like it. And everybody wanted like $10 dances, and I was just like that's the worst thing I've ever done with my face. Good lord. Yeah, but like everybody wanted $10 dances, and I was like, this sucks. Like, I'm not doing that. Thank you, Metal Junkie. I really appreciate that. Shout out to your Twitter account. Oh god, yeah, it's a terrible place for terrible people, but luckily for you, you've come to a terrible broadcast for terrible people, so nothing has changed. Yeah, they wanted $10 dances. And I was like, what the fuck? So we didn't make any fucking money. And we needed a certain amount. Luckily for us, we get a quarterly KYS. True! But, you know, we had paid for this trip ahead of time, right? Like, we paid for the gas, like, we paid for hotel room, or, I'm sorry, we had an Airbnb. We had Airbnbs booked in both places, and, like, you know, paid for fucking Christmas gifts, like, we paid for all this shit, right? Like, we drove from Austin, Texas, all the way over to you know, Phoenix, Arizona. And so, it was, $10 dance, but the dance is 10 seconds long. Yeah, no. So in Austin, at least they have the decency to cut songs off at 3 minutes. In Arizona, in Phoenix, y'all, they were letting these $10 dances, they were letting the songs play for however fucking long the song was. So if it was a 5.5 minute song, you were dancing for 5.5 minutes for $10 fucking dollars. Excuse me? Just kill me now. Just fucking kill me now. It was so bad. It was awful. You drove to Phoenix to give lap dances? Yes and no. No, I was traveling across the country, and we were going to different strip clubs to fund our travels. But Phoenix just sucked. Like, it was just such a dud, you know? It was terrible. Like, we didn't make the kind of money we were making. Isn't there a strip club cut of the songs they play to keep them like 30 seconds or less? No, baby, that's crazy. No. The minimum I've ever danced for a song is like 3 minutes. Yeah, but in Phoenix, they were just letting them go. And so, but they keep the song, they're supposed to keep the song short, but in Phoenix, they weren't fucking doing that. And so, you know, we're like not making very much money. We're making like $400, you know, $300, $400 a night. And it was like, and you're still having to, you know, tip the bouncer, tip the DJ, tip all the managers, pay your house fees. Like, I'd like you to dance to Freebird. Yeah, girl. Yeah, this is a 12-minute song. $10 is good, right? And I'm also gonna finger you. Yeah. Yeah, real Phoenix vibes. So, it was really bad, and we just weren't making a lot of money. So Hannibal Buress is hitting me up on Tinder while we're there. He's like, oh, I'm in Phoenix for something, right? Maybe he was playing a show. I don't remember what he was doing. But he was like, oh yeah, I live in Chicago, but, you know, I'm here for now. And I was like, Hannibal Buress, I feel like that name sounds familiar. But his Tinder account was really funny. So I matched with him, right? I don't know who he is. I kind of vaguely recognize his name, kind of don't. But so we match on Tinder, and we start texting, or we're talking or whatever. He gives me, you know, his phone number. We start texting, and your eyebrows are cute, thank you. So we start texting, and he's like, he's really polite, he's really cool, but like, I don't know. He's like, oh, I want to hang out tonight. Oh, I want to hang out tonight. And I was like, dog, I gotta make some money. I can't. I'm really sorry. I can't. I'm really, really sorry. And like, I told him the whole situation. I was like, hey, like, no, he wasn't pushy. No, he was just like, hey, I want to hang out tonight. And I was like, man, I can't do it. I'm sorry. Like, I hadn't made enough money. Because I had to make a certain amount of money for our trip to make sense. And I just hadn't made that amount of money. And so I was like, I'm really sorry, I can't. I have to dance. I'm dancing at this club, or whatever. And he was totally cool about it. Like, he didn't give me any shit. He wasn't, like, weird or rude about it. But, like, you know, he didn't come to visit me or anything like that. Like, he didn't come to see me at the club, which I think would have been kind of weird. But, yeah, I don't know. Like, he was, if I donate some bits, can you do the gritty? I don't know what that means. I'm sorry, I don't know what that means. Yeah, but, like, you know, we just, like, missed each other. We just missed each other. But he was, like, I don't know, he said one last thing about, like, oh, well, when can we see each other? And, I just didn't respond. I don't know. I just didn't, like, I don't know. Yeah, I just kind of stopped talking to him, because I was like, sorry, buddy, I have to work. Like, sorry. But he was very normal. He wasn't weird. He wasn't creepy. Yeah, capitalism ruins me getting married to Hannibal Buress. I'm sorry, if you fucked Hannibal, it would be like we fucked Hannibal. What have you taken from us? Least parasocial stream viewer. Stop. Stop. Please stop. Okay. No, he just, like, he wanted to coordinate stuff and hang out, and I just couldn't do it. I was like, I just have to work. I'm sorry. I can't fucking deal with this right now. Like, yeah. We fucked Hannibal Buress. That's not a parasocial thing, it's a communism thing. Okay, that's so true. Yeah, I just couldn't do it. And then, so dumb, after we gave Hannibal Buress pink eye. Stop. That's foul. Stop. Disgusting, wrong, seek Jesus. So, yeah, I don't know. Afterwards, I found out he was famous, and I was like, man. And then I found out he was funny. When I found out he was funny, like, actually legitimately very funny, that's when I was like, God damn it, I fucked up. I, like, really fucked up. And I started watching, what's that show? What is that show that he's on? I saw the show that he's on with fucking, Eric Andre. When I saw him on Eric Andre, I was like, oh man, that would have been so cool. He's actually really, really fucking funny. Yeah, the why are you booing me? I'm right. That's Hannibal Buress. And I was like, man, I could have met that guy. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I have to fund my trip. Oh, I have to pay for gas money for my car. Gay. That would have been really cool. But I ghosted him because I'm a fucking idiot. And I was like, oh, I have to work. Oh, I have to make money. Did you just lick my beer? Yeah? Okay. Most responsible stripper. Yeah. Come here. Come here. Oh, come here. Oh, come here. Yeah, I could have pegged that guy. No, not you. I would never do that to you. You wanna chill? We'll see. Hold on. You wanna sit here? Yeah? You can sit here, it's okay. This could become a situation. We'll see. Yeah, here, I'm gonna move my arm, okay? Yeah, okay. Okay. That was your plan? I didn't have a plan. What do you mean that was your plan? I didn't have a plan. The plan was that we were gonna drive across the Southwest and, like, see different stuff, and we were gonna dance in clubs to fund it. That was my fucking plan. Okay, I think he's gonna chill. He's gonna sit here, he's gonna chill. How long ago was this? I think it was in 2018. Oh, to peg him? No, my plan was not to peg him. I have never pegged a man for free. Unfortunately. This was in 2018, I believe, because I had not met my husband, my ex-husband yet. So yeah, it was in 2018. That's right, because I broke up with that other boyfriend on that trip. It had to have been 2018. No, I've never pegged a man for free, unfortunately. What beverage do you got? I don't know if I'm allowed to say on stream what this is, because I believe I'm also streaming on Twitch right now. I don't know what the Twitch rules are for alcohol. Yeah, you good? Hi, America. I am new here. Hello. Hello, Rhino. SDL has to pay for the... I've never pegged SDL. He's not really in that. He's not really into that. I unmute stream? Okay. SDL, worst femboy. He is kind of the worst femboy. Unmute stream? Okay. I'm ruining all of your fantasies? Did you think that SDL was into pegging? Meg says she won't peg me. Come in this room and say it to my face. I know you can hear me from across the hallway. I should probably be quiet. My dad is, like, actually asleep downstairs. My father is in this house right now. I'm sure straight men don't like pegging. That's not true, actually. So straight, a lot of... Do you guys hear this? Do you hear what's happening right now? They're gonna come back. They'll come right back. Okay, now they're done. They just do that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm doxing my dogs. That's true. Yeah, they're sisters. They're litter mates. So they just do that. They just, like, play fight each other all the time. It's really cute. They do this on a daily basis where they're, like, super close to each other, right? They're like, very bonded. And, like, constantly, all the time, every day. It'll be quiet. They'll be sleeping. They'll be cuddling next to each other. And then it'll be... And you're like, okay, alright, they're playing. Hi. And then, off the bed, and they're running and chasing across the hall. And they like to, like, chase each other in circles. It's very cute.
Hello, I'm here for the pegging.
Okay, please leave. Jesus Christ. Yeah, plenty of straight men are into pegging. I actually don't know if, like, plenty of straight men are into pegging, but I do know that there's a number of straight men that are into pegging. Lots of straight guys are into, like, ass play and butt stuff and that sort of thing. You offered him a peg? I know. I'm such a little cock tease. Tell him I'm gonna peg him, yell at him across the hallway, come in here, get your fucking ass pegged, and then I don't do it on stream. I'm such a little cock tease. Such a little silly goose. I hate you guys. I hate you guys so fucking much. Hey. Ladies. You gotta not play so hard with each other. It's okay. My house is a zoo. It's like this constantly. It's constantly a fucking zoo. Yeah, we pegged SDL. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm gonna pull you up here. Don't you do that. Yeah, so plenty of guys are into, like, anal stuff. Plenty of guys are into ass play. I don't know. It's really funny. I was out at a bar a few weeks ago. I met this guy. I met a bar back at a bar that I was, like, hanging out at by myself. And he was like, hey, you know, they were, like, shutting the bar down. I think it was, like, 10 p.m. Excuse me. Can I fucking help you with something? So, he, like, came to talk to me. The bar that I was at was going to shut down at, like, 10. He was a bar back that worked there. And, he was like, hey, do you want to come to this other bar with us? Like, I work here, so I'm going to get a couple of, you know, the other people that work here, like, a couple of the bartenders, barbacks to come. I'm going to go. Like, do you want to come with us? I'm like, okay. So I hung out with him for a little bit, and we sat and chit-chatted and talked, and we ended up going to this other bar. And when we got there, so, like, I don't know any of these guys very well, right? Because, like, I just met this guy who's, like, or I guess he was either a barback or a door guy, but he was off that night. And so, you know, this is the first time I've ever been to this bar. So I go and I hang out with them for a little bit, and I don't really know any of these people, but they're all just, like, I mean, they're bar dudes, right? They're not the most effeminate, they're not the most queer, they're not the most liberal, but they're Texas bar dudes. And we're sitting and we're talking about a bunch of different stuff, and we start talking about, like, sex stuff and relationships, because I believe we were talking about one of the bartenders' relationships. So the guy that I show up there with is, like, we start talking about, like, what we like and what we're into, and he just, in front of all the other guys, is like, oh yeah, like, I love shit in my ass, like, I love to put, like, a butt plug in, you know, like, I love to masturbate with a butt plug. And I was like, okay. Okay, not because I'm like, ew, gross, but I was like, you're just saying this in front of your other male coworkers? And I was like, you know, he says this, and I go, that's really cool. Cool, yeah, good, because I don't know what's about to happen, right? So I'm like, oh, that's really cool. Like, I think a lot of guys are into that. And, the other guys that we're sitting with are just like, yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, alright, yeah, cool, that's cool, you're into that. And I was like, oh my god, you know? You're 3 dudes I don't really know that well, who all work together, and, they were just like, yeah, whatever. I really don't think it's that taboo. Like, yeah, nature is healing. I think we're really coming a long way, where, you know, you can pick 3 random fucking people, 3 random men, and they were just all really supportive of it. And what's even crazier is that one of them was a Republican, because we got into that too, because of course we did. That's actually when I left. We fucking got into it. Me and this other guy got into it, because one of the guys there was a Republican, and he was, like, trying to defend me why it was, like, really good to be a Republican and to vote Republican. And I was just like, I can't fucking handle this right now. But it was also late. But yeah, I mean, like, even, like, a self-described Republican who was like, yes, please vote Republican, was like, oh, you want to put some shit in your ass? Cool. Not my fucking business. And they were all just, like, really, really nice and cool about it. So yeah, I don't think that, like, yeah, I don't know. I think that, like, a lot of... What are you doing? What are you doing? I think a lot of people are becoming much more open to that sort of thing, and I think a lot of people are, like, I don't know. I think we've come a long way in terms of what is and is not allowed sexually, and for men, in, you know, the sort of limitations that we put on men, especially, like, in liberal places, I guess. You doxed the butt plug enjoyer. How do you feel? I feel amazing. I feel amazing for having given 0 information about the butt plug enjoyer. But yeah, I guess I full on doxed him. You guys now know his full name and his address and where he works. So true, bestie. we do know at least one thing about him. That's true. I don't know, that was like a real kind of like humanity is healing sort of moment. I was like, that's really cool. I'd never had an experience like that before, where a bunch of guys were like, yeah, I'm into something that's not normatively heterosexual, and then all the other guys were like, alright. Okay. Very nice. And it's also definitely, I think, I also definitely think that it's sort of, healthy and wholesome to be reminded that people are not caricatures, right? Like, people don't fit into boxes. What's your sign? I like butt stuff. So true. That said, I will judge you if you ask me what my astrological sign is. If you're like, yeah, I'm a man, I love having things rammed in my ass, I'm gonna be like, okay. But if you ask me what my astrological sign is, I will judge you very harshly. What's your blood type? I don't know. I do know exactly what time I was born. I know all the information for astrology, I just also know that it's fake. Do you actually need to know your blood type? Blood type? Okay. Wait, I'm sorry, butt plug? Okay. Libra? Kill yourself. That's so fucked up.
Hey, what do you want to do? What are you doing?
He got upset. Okay, bye, baby. Do you actually need to, like, know your blood type? Is that actually relevant? You do? Oh, shit. Alright, well, if anything bad happens, I'm just gonna die, I guess. Knowing your blood type isn't important until it's very important. Fuck. Alright, well, fuck me. I'll take astrology nerds over crypto freaks? Definitely, definitely. But, like, I still don't wanna... It's still bullshit. That's some real born at 7 p.m. energy. That's so true. But you also have to know where you were born. Did you know that? So if you go to those astrology websites and you're like, I'm gonna learn everything about it, they also want to know where you were born. And it's like, if your shit was real, why does it depend where I was born? You can easily find out your blood type if you ever donate blood, which you should all do. I thought I couldn't donate blood because I had tattoos. Is that not true? Can you donate blood if you have tattoos? You definitely can? I haven't done it for years because I thought you couldn't because I had tattoos. Shit. Oops. Oops, oopsie doopsies. I should probably be doing that, yeah. I could go on for hours about how much I hate astrology. In fact, I hate that astrologists got to have the word astrology as if they actually study stars and real scientists have to use astronomy. It's kind of fucked up. Kind of fucked up. Yeah, I like to refer to astrology as space racism. It's not, but it's such a funny fucking thing to call it. I'm gonna work. Eurocuck. Have a nice stream. Thank you. Yeah, it's just space racism. Sorry. I mean, it kinda is. Yeah, it kind of is. Do you guys think I'm gonna get canceled because I said retarded on Twitter earlier? And because I said it again just now? Wait, what is this? What is this a video of? Oh no.
That's right. Have you guys seen Ted Cruz doing the weird, like, we shouldn't kill the gays thing? You guys have seen this, right?
Oh,
have you guys seen Ted Cruz doing...
That's so true. That's so true. Yeah, I hate the gays. I think we should kill the gays. Okay. Oh, what am I doing? Why am I clicking on my inbox? Okay, none of you saw that. None of you fucking saw that. I'm like, let me just check my messages on stream. It's fine. Yeah. Leaking my own DMs. Yet again. It's super funny because when I first started streaming, I would constantly show porn on stream. Do you guys remember this? Do you guys remember this? How I would like... Do I have any like OG stream followers here? From like when I first started like 3 years ago? I remember one time when this happened. Yeah. So some people remember this, that I would just constantly leak porn on stream. Because I'll go on Twitter, right? I would go on Twitter and it would just like constantly be porn. Don't act like this is only when I started streaming. Okay, so some real OG. Two people in chat have now said, don't fucking pretend like this used to be a long time ago. I fucking hate you. I fucking hate both of you. Can you say some slurs? Since I literally just said a slur like 2 minutes ago. Stop trying to get me to say more slurs. I already said the anti-conservative slur. I already said retarded. I started watching your streams a year ago and you've definitely done it numerous times. Yeah. So, I used to leak porn all the time. I used to show porn all the time. And then, I'm not even gonna say that, stop. I'm not even gonna fucking say that comment out loud. Someone's gonna clip it, stop, no. You whisper slurs like my What does that mean? I don't like that you said that. I'm sorry, but you whisper slurs like my grandma sounds like so sexual and fucked up. Please, you cannot just type shit like that in my chat, please. Oh my god. God, you whisper slurs like my grandma. Stop. Stop it. Cut it out. Get some help. Oh Grandmommy, no, don't whisper that slur in my ear. Okay. I think I'm telling on myself at this point, actually. I think I'm the one who's like a super freak in this situation. I'm gonna remove myself from the sexy grandma slur situation and I will be right back. Actually, oh, Grandmommy, stop, that's racist. I fucking hate all of you, stop. Alright, well, somehow my father is still asleep. He's faking it? Stop. Okay. Now he's dreaming of slurs. Stop. You can't say that. Stop. Stop it. I could have done that the first time, if I wanted to. That's my first time opening a bottle of beer. Thank you, Troubling to Clan. I appreciate you. First time, let's go. This is actually my first beer ever. I'm a beer virgin. I'm an alcohol virgin. Never had any alcohol before, so let's see what happens, guys. Couldn't sleep. My daughter was talking about racist granny porn too loud. You're disgusting. That's disgusting. Don't make jokes like that on my stream. This is a good, clean, Christian stream. This is a good, clean Christian stream, okay? We would never joke about racist grandmas or jerking off to them. Here we go, kink shaming again. It's true. It's very wholesome here. I've been really bad today. All yesterday. All yesterday. Okay, listen. Things are gonna get a little weird on Twitter.com, okay? They're gonna get a little strange on Twitter.com. All yesterday. All yesterday, everyone was like, she's so nice. Merrick? That girl? Nice girl, that girl. Really nice. Even when people are shitty, pretty nice to them. I like that chick. That's ominous. Yeah, everyone yesterday was like, she's so sweet, she's so nice, she's like the nicest person. I was like reading through comments yesterday because Shark posted something and all these people were like, what the fuck, that's so fucked up that like people were like bullying her over her body, like, you know, she's really like a really nice person, like this is really fucked up, she doesn't deserve that. And I was reading these comments, right? I'm sitting in the shower, I'm on my phone, right? I'm sitting in the shower, I'm bawling my eyes out, right? Crying like a baby. It's disgusting, right? I'm like, I'm ugly crying. My heart. It's so big. It's so open. Oh god, it's so big. My heart is just like, it's like, I'm like falling to pieces, right? I'm reading the nicest things that anyone has ever said about me, and I'm just sobbing, right? Because I'm like, oh my god, these people are so nice. Like, today, this day, I get on twitter.com, and I call a man a retard. I called a man a retard today. What's wrong with me? I've literally never done this in my life. Never in my fucking life. I'm sorry. I know I should feel bad. I know I should feel bad. It was like, yeah, like, it was so edgy for me. She needs to be stopped. She's a menace. I just thought it was so funny. Like, I don't know. I think you guys are not being a good influence right now. I need to not read your I can't see it. Okay, I can't see your comments. I'm not reading this. This is bad. This is bad for me. It was like, you can't keep getting away with it. I don't know, it was very weird, because, like, I was in such a, like, weird headspace yesterday, and I kind of was feeling like, I am now a Jai stan. Yeah, I'm actually now a Jorbiter, so... It was really weird. So like yesterday I was actually feeling really bad, right? Like I was actually feeling like maybe, because people were telling me that my body was like triggering them. Women were telling me that my body was triggering them. And I was like, man, this sucks, you know? Like maybe I am actually like an asshole, you know? And I felt so fucking bad yesterday. And I was like, who says that to people? I don't know. Multiple people told me my body was triggering yesterday. Because I'm, like, right on the edge of where, like, BMI says you're overweight. And this chick was, this chick made a tweet where she was basically just like, oh, isn't it crazy that people weigh 170? And I was like, dog, I weigh 150. Like, are you kidding me? Like, and I'm supposed to be overweight at 150. And so I was like, it doesn't matter, like, it doesn't fucking matter what you weigh, like, dog, look at me, I look like this at 150, you know, like, just fucking eat right and work out, like, who cares, yeah, exactly, well, and so that was my point, like, who gives a fuck what BMI says, right, And so, like, who cares what your BMI is? Who cares what the scale is? Like, do you feel good, right? Are you doing things that make you feel good? And, you know, do you feel comfortable in your own body, essentially? And that was kind of what I was saying, right? Like, who gives a fuck what the scale says, dog? And so I was kind of like, look, dude, I'm supposed to be overweight. Like, I weigh I'm 150 at my height, and, like, I look fine, you know? Like, who cares? You would never be able to tell from looking at me that I'm considered overweight. Y'all, this was a problem. Good lord. Good lord, this was a problem. Do you acknowledge that most people don't look like you, your BMI? Yes. Conan, yeah. So I do acknowledge that most people don't look like me. And this was something that people kept throwing at me a lot, right? They were like, oh, you had surgery, so you can't say that it's okay to look like this at your weight because you had surgery. And it's like, okay. These are fake. I'm a double A. I'm a double A without these. Now, if you know anything about bra sizes, a double A is not bigger than a regular A. A double A is smaller than a regular A. It actually works the reverse of all other cup sizes when you're an A. So I was actually more flat-chested than a regular A. And I had a BBL, which is a Brazilian butt lift, right? So, I waited 2 years. I waited 2 years to get my Brazilian butt lift from the moment I planned it to when it happened, because I put on 20 to 25 pounds over that 2 years so that I would have enough body fat to be able to do a fat transfer. So I was not really overweight, and then I got surgeries, and now I look good at my BMI. I was very thin and very small, and I weighed about probably 15 to 20 pounds less. So, no, most people don't look like me at my BMI, and that's not because I was, like, really overweight and I got a bunch of surgery so that I could look super good at my BMI and just work out and you won't be overweight. No, I was a fucking twig before I got surgeries. So, this argument doesn't hold water, it doesn't stand up, and it's doing the opposite of what you think it's doing. Actually, I think it's actually really fucking annoying. I don't know. I mean, this is why you shouldn't fucking make assumptions. I think it's really fucking annoying, actually. Yeah, I had to put on like 20 pounds over the course of 2 years. That was actually really difficult. Was like putting on and keeping on that weight. I made me feel like shit, actually. I would not do it again if you paid me. I don't have enough for a BBL? Girl, I didn't either. Suck dick. People are like, oh, I don't have money for this. Yeah, because you're not sucking dick. In the club? Never in the club. That's my favorite thing, right? When people are like, oh, you're so lucky that you had the money to do this, that, and the other. It's like, you could have the money I had. You won't do the things that I did for it. I don't want to fucking hear it. Sorry. That's so shitty. When people are like, this bitch is so fucking rich. She's so fucking lucky that she had this money and that money. You could have it too. You won't do the things that I did for it. Sounds like a fucking skill issue. Seriously. I do think it's really fucking funny. Like, oh, this fucking rich cunt. No, I suck dick, actually. No, I actually suck dick for it. Literally suck dick for it. Like, Don't fucking come at me for that. It's so fucking annoying. I've been telling y'all since day one I was white trash. I've been telling you since day fucking one. Suck a dick, dumb shit. It's true. Sorry, some of you are not on that Sigma grind set. We used to walk 15 minutes uphill both ways to suck dick. We are white trash. Based. Yeah, that's good. Suck dick should be the new learn how to code. I mean, I can't afford this. Why don't you suck some dick for it? Conservatives typing suck some dick for it then when people are like, man, I can't afford my groceries. Conservatives are like, why don't you suck some dick? Oh my god. No, listen. I don't know. I don't think people should have to. I get that it comes off the wrong way, right? Like, if I'm like, oh, I don't know, maybe why don't you just suck some fucking dick for it, right? like it sounds really bad. It does sound really, because it is really fucking bad, right? And like, I would never legitimately say this to somebody. I don't think that anyone should ever like have to do sex work. I'm like really actually virulently against that. And I think my opinions on sex work have changed. My opinions on sex work have actually changed pretty significantly over the years. I used to be very like lib feminism pilled on it, and I think that I've come to have I've come to have like a very, very different opinion. But I also maintain that it's really fucking funny when people are like, oh, this privileged bitch could afford this. I don't want to fucking hear her say anything because, you know, people can't afford a fucking BBL. And it's like, do you think that I could just afford it because I just had a huge savings account? Or do you think I sucked dick for 2 years? Because I personally sucked dick for 2 years. And you guys want to talk all day long about hard work and about actually going out there and just get a job and do this and do that. Well, none of you want to suck dick. None of you have the fucking spine to suck dick for 2 years for something you want. So frankly, I never want to hear again how I'm privileged or how like I had to do this, that, and the other, like, or like, oh, I can afford these things to other people. You ever deep-throated a man's cock? Have you? Because when you don't want to, it's not fun. I think it's annoying. Oh, you're poor? Have you ever tried sucking a dick about it? It's just so funny, right? Like, it's such a funny fucking thing to say. It's sometimes fun. I can't afford my groceries. Me? I love this. Just like some like very small, they've got like 40 followers, right? They've got like the pride flag, they've got the trans flag, they're like POC, they're like, I can't afford my groceries. I'm like tweeting at them, I'm like, well, have you ever sucked a dick about it? No, obviously don't do that. That's fucked up. What are you trying to make me watch? What is this? Okay.
Hi everyone. My name is Thurgood. Hi. I'm here today because I'm addicted to marijuana.
You in here for some marijuana? Marijuana? Man, this is some bullshit!
Marijuana is not a drug. I used to suck dick for coke.
I seen them!
Now that's an addiction, man. You ever suck some dick for marijuana?
Huh?
No. No, I can't say I have. I didn't think so.
Who's this man?
Stunning. Absolutely incredible. Ooh, this man. You ever suck some dick for marijuana? That's pretty good. We got derailed. Learn to suck dick. Anyone can do it. Maybe go to an accredited dick sucking boot camp. Fuck off. That's so funny. Fuck off. I'm sorry. Maybe go to an accredited dick sucking boot camp. Shut the fuck up. I love you. That's so funny. That's good. Wait, before I started going off on dick sucking, what were we talking about? I know we were talking about something. Oh, the BMI thing. Yeah. Oh, right, because we're talking about me saying slurs. That's right. We're talking about me saying slurs. So, we're talking about woke Ted Cruz. That's right. Ted Cruz came out today in favor of sucking dick. That's true. Never thought I'd see the day that Ted Cruz came out to say he loves sucking dick. No, so, yeah. So basically yesterday, no, this whole stream was about dick sucking, actually. No, you're right. That's true. That was actually the entire subject of the stream. So, yeah, a bunch of people got mad at me yesterday, because I was like, it doesn't fucking matter, like, what your actual weight is, right? Like, it literally doesn't matter. You can actually look good at any weight. You can, I don't know, man, just, like, try to take care of yourself, essentially. Like, these are the things that you should do, right? Eat right. Work out. Take care of yourself. Try to take care of yourself. Oh, you're, like, in my chat still, but you're the exception? That's not true. I'm absolutely not the exception. You can look good at any weight. I am not the exception. There are tons of hourglass women at all fucking different weight ranges. No, that's fucking cap. That's cope. That's utter fucking bullshit if you believe that. We have an obesity crisis in the West. Tweets like yours discourage people from losing weight. That's funny. Okay, so what's funny is you're in my chat right now saying this bullshit, but the reason why I was in trouble yesterday, the reason why I was actually in trouble yesterday is that people were saying that I look too good to be able to talk about this. There were like fat girls who were getting mad at me and who were saying that I'm, like, appropriating the fat struggle. And that because I look the way I do, I can't actually speak on body positivity. And that I'm basically, like, a narcissist trying to make everything about me. And that I'm appropriating the fat struggle. And that I'm basically doing, like, fat stolen valor. And I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Okay. I saw someone quote tweeting you being like, don't post ED triggering tweets. Yeah. So that was the other thing is, like, people were in my comments and they were like, your body is an eating disorder trigger. And like pictures of your body are triggering. So, that was really hard. That was really tough. So, there was one person in particular that, like, quote tweeted me, and she was just kind of like, you know, I don't want to hear from this skinny bitch. And basically it was like, so she called me a skinny bitch, and I was like, man, I am not a skinny bitch. Like, I've actually gained like a lot of weight in the last couple of years because, you know, I have like so I have like pretty severe lung damage at this point. And I've like gained a significant amount of weight because I can't work out anymore, because I literally will go, I'll go into like coughing fits. Like, I mean, you saw, like, I moved the chair and I had to like sit on the bed and like use the inhaler. So I can't work out anymore because I'll go into coughing fits where I throw up, or like I'll stop being able to breathe. How did you get lung damage? From COVID actually. I have pretty severe permanent lung damage from COVID. So yeah, I have long COVID, and I've also had a cough. I've had like a permanent cough for about 3 years now. So after I got COVID, my cough just like never went away. And for the first year, I didn't really treat it, right? Because I was in a number of reasons. I was in a really abusive relationship. I was like not incentivized to take care of myself. I was not incentivized to go to the doctor. I was really scared. I was really scared of like the expenses of going to the doctor, a number of reasons, right? So I didn't take care of my cough for the first year or so. So the reason that I actually found out that I had lung damage from COVID is because I started throwing up blood. So when I started coughing and throwing up blood, and like I would have blood coming, I would have nosebleeds. Like, I've never had nosebleeds in my life, right? So like randomly getting nosebleeds at like 28 is a little bit of a red flag. And around the same time, I'm like coughing and throwing up blood. So, you know, I went to the ER. I went to the ER probably the third or fourth time it happened, because I think it was like the fourth time it happened, it was like really intensive. So it started as just me coughing up little bits of blood right here and there, and I was like, okay, I can put this off. I'm one of those people that, like, if my arm is not cut off, like, I'm not going to the ER. So, you know, I was like coughing up blood here and there. It wasn't a big deal. But I had a night here at home where I was like continuously coughing up blood, and I just started to pour blood out of my nose, and I was like, okay, I gotta go. I gotta go to the ER at this point. So I finally go, and that's when I figure out I have like lung damage from COVID, right? And they're like, wow, your lungs are like really glassy. It's like a problem. So yeah, they use the word glassy. Yeah. So I had to go to a pulmonologist. They said your lungs were glassy. Yeah. And I was like, I don't know what that means. So I go to a pulmonologist, and they make you do this test where, yeah, so it was scar tissue, I guess. So I don't know if you guys have ever gone to a pulmonologist. What they make you do is there's a huge big machine, and there's like a little mouthpiece that comes out of it, and you have to like try to like empty your lungs as much as possible, and then you breathe in really deep, and then you try to like breathe in as much as possible, and you have to go for like 2-3 minutes, right? Yeah, a lung capacity test essentially. So I did that a couple of times, and they were like, wow, you're a mess. your lungs are a mess. It's like, okay. So, yeah, years of sucking dick has trained me for this test. Yeah, but then I got COVID, so it was really, really difficult, and I couldn't actually do it. I had to do it, like, 3 times, I think, and on the 3rd time I was able to do it, like, well enough for them to have results, because the first 2 times I actually couldn't complete the test because it was so difficult. So the 2nd time, or the 3rd time, I was able to complete the test, and then they were like, yeah, your lungs are fucked. Cool. So yeah, I have a lot of long COVID now. So yeah, it's like kind of crazy, right? Like, I sucked dick for so long. I trained my whole life. I trained my whole life to suck dick at an Olympic level. Now it's over? Just like that? COVID took everything from me. COVID took everything from me. Can you imagine? I could have placed 3rd in the dick-sucking Olympics and made angry tweets about the trans woman that placed 5th. COVID took everything from me. So, what were we talking about? Were we talking about maybe getting yelled at? Not the Olympics. No, not the Olympics. No, guys. It's so bad. I hate it. It's so corny. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna start saying it. It's actually pretty good. I think it's pretty good because it's so corny. No, so I guess, like, I don't know, man. I guess a lot of people were just getting really mad at me, and I thought it was really silly. I wasn't, like, I don't know, I wasn't fat-shaming anybody. I wasn't like, oh, you can't look good unless you weigh under this amount of money, or not money. I wasn't saying, like, oh, you can't look good if you weigh, like, unless you weigh under this amount of pounds. Like, I wasn't saying anything like that. I literally was just saying, that, like, don't focus so much about what the number on the scale says, because at the end of the day, like, that's not how you're going to find out if you're doing okay. The way you're gonna find out if you're doing okay is, like, how your body responds to things, right? The way you're gonna find out if you're doing okay is, like, are you eating healthy, right? Are you taking into consideration, like, are you thinking about your macros? Are you thinking about the glycemic index of the foods in which you're eating? Are you making sure to eat a lot of vegetables? Are you, like, cutting red meat out of your diet? Are you making sure that you cut a lot of sugar out of your diet? Are you trying not to eat as many processed foods? If you're lactose, are you cutting, like, milk and dairy out of your diet? Are you making sure that you get up and you move and that you exercise, right? Like, there are so many things that are going to dictate, are you okay? There are so many things that are going to dictate, like, are you doing good for where your body is at? And none of that is, like, what the number on the scale says. Especially because, like, if you're 5'9", you shouldn't weigh what I weigh. right? If you're 6 foot, you shouldn't weigh what I weigh. If you're 5'4", you shouldn't weigh what I weigh, okay? Like, if you're 4'11", you should not weigh what I weigh. I think that, it's also, like, before I started pole dancing, before I started working out, I weighed, like when I was fresh out of high school, I think I weighed, like, 130, maybe? And then when I was dancing, when I started working out and I started dancing a lot, after a couple of years of dancing, and, like, eating a lot better, I weighed, like, 145. And then, so for most of my 20s, I weighed 145, right? So I was so much healthier, and I was in such a better place when I weighed 145 than when I weighed 130, right? So that's why, like, this idea of, like, oh, this number on the scale, like, I'm sorry, that's not how we determine health. It's just not. And so that was my whole point. It was like, your weight is going to completely depend on, like, what your body needs and what you're doing with your body. I don't think that's controversial. I don't know. I don't think that should be controversial, but this was, like, a huge problem. So, I don't know. I just felt... I felt that was really frustrating. I felt that was really frustrating. And so, especially because I wasn't like, oh, you're disgusting if you're in this range, or oh, you're disgusting if you're in that range, or like, you know, you need to be able to try to get to this range, or oh, you need to pay attention to BMI. Like, I literally was just like, hey, like, take care of yourself, take care of your body, do these practical things. And so I think the response was, like, frustrating, especially because, did you just ban someone for being annoying? Wait, why? How annoying were they being? They were being dramatic? Okay. Okay, that's fine. Oh, picking fights? Okay, alright, cool. Yeah, so, I don't know. I just thought that was really, like, upsetting, especially because people were like, hey, like, you know, you don't get to talk about this, you're fucking narcissistic, you're co-opting this, you're, like, basically taking, like, you know, fat stolen valor, and it was like, man, that kind of sucks, you know, because, like, for, like, 2 years on Twitter, it was, like, fucking open season on my appearance, from leftists even. And so, I don't know, I just felt like me being like, hey, like, I look like this, it's not that bad, it doesn't matter what you weigh, like, and having a good message attached to it was not, like, I don't know, I just felt like it was a little over the top to be like, you're not allowed to talk about body image issues because you're not a fat girl. It's like, it's not the only thing that can happen to you body image wise. I don't know. It's frustrating. It was a little frustrating. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, definitely ban people if they're being, like, really shitty and annoying. No, that's totally fine. I just thought that was frustrating, right? Because, like, it sort of feels like, hey, you're not fat. You're not what I consider fat, or you're what I consider to be conventionally attractive, so, you know, you can't really speak on this topic. And I think that was really frustrating, right? Because it's like, you know, I experience day in and day out, like, a ton of abuse from mostly right-wing men. It's been a pretty long time since I think left-wingers were, like, organized and concentrated and, like, loud about shitting on my body. But there was a really, really long time where it was a meme amongst left-wing circles to say that, like, I have a pig face, or that, you know, that, like, my tits are, like, gross and, like, rock hard and, like, obviously fucked up and jacked up and, like, I don't know, man. It was really weird. Like, I saw some really, really, really disgusting shit about me. Like, I remember one time there was a post that was like, one time there was a post that went semi-viral that was like, why does Merrick DeVille's face look like that? And I was like, damn, what do you mean? What do you mean, why does my face, it looks like a face. Like, what do you mean? And so, oh yeah, Bad Empanada compared me to the what are they called? The Bogdanov? The twins with all the plastic surgery. Yeah, that was like a month ago. That wasn't even years ago. That was like a month ago at this point. Yeah. It's like a huge thing to say that, like, it was like a huge meme for years and years and years to say that, like, I had ruined my face or that I had ruined my body with plastic surgery. Was it only a month ago? Yeah, I think so. The Bogdanovs? Okay. Yeah, but so, like, he made, like, a video that had, like, my face, like, next to theirs, and, like, you know, just shit like that. Like, it was, like, a whole meme to say that, like, I had completely distorted Bogdanov, okay. That I had, like, completely distorted and completely ruined both my body and my face, with plastic surgery. And then, you know, on top of that, it was, like, people call me a pig face, like, people would say that I have, like, super fucking fat, and then people would say that, like, my tits were all jacked up, that I had, like, a fucked up tit job, that they were, like, you know, cavernous and, like, pointed in the wrong direction, and I would be like, I have the most natural tit job of all time, but okay. So, like, this was, like, a thing about me for, like, 2 years in leftist spaces. Now, it's mostly right-wingers that do this shit to me, right? And so, I guess it just seems very strange to me, right, to be like, well, you actually can't talk on body positivity. Oh god, wait, no, hold on, I forgot something. The tweet that was like, the tweet that was like, why does Merrick DeVille's face look like that? Let me see if I can find it, actually. That would actually be really funny. I want to read you some of these comments. There was someone in there that was like, oh, she gets plastic filler in her face. That's not how filler works. Oh, well, here's someone copying it. So this is just someone, because it popped off. It was like a huge tweet at the time. So you can see that, like, someone just copied it word for word. I think I have the original poster blocked, which is why you can only see the copy. But yeah, so someone was like, why does Merrick DeVille look like that? And so I was like, what the fuck, right? So I'm like reading through the comments, and someone said, this fucking girl was like, God, what did she say? She said, sorry, it's been like a year and a half. She said, she gets a filler from a guy who works in a tattoo shop that she only met once, but she claims is like her brother, and he does all her filler in her face. And I remember reading this and being like, What does that mean? What does that mean? How does that work? Wait. So I only met him once. But he's like my brother. But I go to him all the time. And he's a tattoo artist. But yet he also does filler. Face filler. So is it lip filler or is it cheek injections? Like, what kind of filler is it? I think she said, what was she saying? She said it was like, it was something that was like, it was like a water base too. So it doesn't work. Because filler's not a water base. Because if you put a filler that was a water base in your body would just absorb it. It doesn't work that way. Like, you can't do that. Filler has to be like, I mean, I assume filler is like a lipid base or something. Let's see. Let's do lip filler. What kinds? Okay, so let's do Juvederm. Let's see. What is Juvederm made of? Okay, so Juvederm is a smooth consistency dermal filler made of hyaluronic acid. Right. So I just remembered seeing that comment and being like, what does any of this mean? But it had like, I don't know, it had like 300 likes or something, and like a ton of comments of people being like, what a gross bitch, or like, what a dumb fucking bitch. And I was like, what? What? Why are like hundreds of people just reading this like obviously schizophrenic comment and being like, yeah, that's cool, that's true, that's real, that's cool, and I believe it. And I believe it so much that I'm gonna support it with like a fucking comment. And I was like, what the fuck? You know? And so I think seeing stuff like that, and this was like not one of the highest liked responses to that tweet either, right? Like, it was like a bunch of, I mean, this tweet that had like thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of likes, I think it was like at like 7,000 likes when I found it initially, like, you know, maybe like a day, I don't even know if it was a full day after it was made, like 7,000 likes, and I was just like, man, what the fuck? You know? So like, this was my reality for a really long time, and I just thought it was very, very, very surreal. It was stuff like this, like, on a daily basis, of people, like, talking about just how I'm, like a disgusting troll bitch, or how, like, I don't look natural, I look like one of those celebrities that's, like, completely destroyed every aspect of their body. People would say I look like Laura Loomer all the time, and there's a part of you that's, like, I mean, there's, like, it doesn't offend you, necessarily. It doesn't really offend you, because I think for something to be, like, truly offensive, it has to touch onto something real, right? Like, you can't, it's why whenever people are like, oh, you're fatherless, it's like, you're not, I'm sorry, like, you're not hurting my feelings. You're not offending me, you're not hurting my feelings. My dad is downstairs. Sorry. We're about to move into, like, a new place together, too, right? Like, my father is a part of my life, he's always been a part of my life, and so, like, when people say, like, oh, you look like Laura Loomer, it's like, no, I don't at all, actually. Like, I don't look anything like Laura Loomer, and so, like, it doesn't hurt my feelings, but I think in some ways it does sort of, like, scare me, and the reason it scares me is because, it's so, like, batshit insane. It's one of those things where, like, you have to go like, okay, something is wrong with you, right? Like, and maybe it's cope, like maybe you don't actually believe it, maybe you're just saying stuff like this because like you want to be mean, or like you hope I'll see it or something like that, but on the other hand, you kind of have to go like, if you actually believe this, like, are you mentally ill? And are there a lot of people who are like legitimately this mentally ill, that they're like, oh, she looks like completely fucking destroyed by plastic surgery, like, or like her tits are pointed in different directions, and you're like, are you just this stupid? Like, are you super mentally ill? Like, what's going on? And so I don't know, man, like, it's disconcerting, definitely. Are you mentally ill, and are there more people like you? I don't know, man. I think people like, and they like to bully, and that is definitely disconcerting, right? Where it's like, you're so removed from reality right now, and that actually makes me question, like, it does make me question, like, what other kinds of like decisions do you make? I don't know, it's really weird. But so I think like yesterday, when it was a situation of people being like, you're not allowed to have body positivity, you're not allowed to talk about this because you're not a fat girl, I was like, if you only knew. Like, if you only knew. And it's like, I mean, this stuff, when this stuff was happening to me, I think via leftists, like, it was a long time ago, but the fact that it still, like, I mean, it still happens, like, on a pretty daily basis, right? Like, there's definitely, like, a core group of right-wing men that, like, follow me around and tweet that I'm, like, you know, ugly and disgusting on, like, literally every single thing that I tweet. And that's totally fine, right? I think it's, like, to be expected at this point. Like, you know, you're a woman on the internet with any degree of visibility. This is not something that's unique to me. And I think that should be, like, really, really, really super clear, right? This is not like, oh, poor Merrick, just happens a miracle. No, this is what it's like to be a woman on the internet. Any woman on the internet will tell you this. I do think that because I am a sex worker, and because I blend sex work and politics, I think that there is maybe like, I think that there's maybe like a higher volume for me. I don't necessarily know, because I do follow a number of other sex workers, and I do follow other women who are just like purely political, and they don't necessarily get, I think, the volume that I get, but I think that kind of accounts for the fact that, like, I really just fucking do both, from the same account, and my political posts get a ton more attention than anything with my body does. But it doesn't change the fact that, like, the stuff that I post of my body, or the stuff that I post of my sex work, does not, you know, it certainly doesn't go unnoticed, even if it doesn't get anywhere near the same degree of attention. And so I do think that, like, creates a significantly larger volume of, like, misogynistic hate followers. But yeah, it's like, I mean, literally every single thing I tweet will have some guy being like, but did you consider you're a fat whore? You're like, you're just telling me this now for the first time. It's kind of crazy, because, like, it doesn't even necessarily bother me anymore. And I think that, like, the thing a couple of days ago that actually really bothered me was that it was coming from women. That's why I was upset, was because it was coming from women. Conservative men will be like, you pig face. And you're like, wow. Did you come up with that all on your own? Oh my god. Did you just... You just thought of that? I just come off the dome? You gotta look like a pig, they have a pig face. Come on. Like, they've been saying this shit for like 3 years to me now, right? On a daily basis. So conservative men will do shit like that, right? Or they're like, you're fat. And you're like, yeah, okay, cool. So, like, I expect it from men, essentially. But I think the reason why, like, I was so upset the other day was that it was from women. And when women are, like, there was something to it where it was basically just, like, you're not fat, so you should be quiet, and you should not talk about body positivity, and you should decenter yourself, and you should shut up, and you should let fat women talk. And I think what the thing that, like, really was like, damn, that's crazy, was the girl who, like, kicked it all off was like, let me know when an actual fat woman has something to fucking say about this. And I was like, man. Because I had been like, hey girl, I had been like, hey, you know, look, I get it, I'm not fat, I don't have the same experience you have, but, like, I know what pain is, you know, like, I know what being harassed is, like, I've had all these experiences, like, I get told I'm fat literally every single day, like, you know, I get dehumanized every day, like, I'm not trying to steal the spotlight from anyone, I think that I get to talk about this, you know, I live this every day. I think I should be able to talk about this. I'm not trying to merge into your space, right? I'm not trying to walk in your shoes. I don't walk in your shoes. And she, like, completely ignored it and just kind of kept doubling down on how I'm, like, a narcissist, or how I'm, like, what I have to say or how I feel is not important. And it was just like, man, that sucks. That really sucks. And I don't know, I think it was when people started to be like, you know, if you're gonna post pictures of your body, you should have a trigger warning, and, like, you know, you're a fucking eating disorder trigger. And I was like, man, God, let me just fucking kill myself for you guys. Like, holy shit. I don't know. That was really weird. Like, you know, your body is a fucking trigger warning. Your body's a... Someone told me that my body was an eating disorder trigger. And I was like... I'll just fuck off forever then. Yeah. I don't know. I felt really weird about that. That made me feel really weird. Because it kind of felt like, maybe if you're addicted to eating pussy, I don't know what that means. I'm sorry, what a wild ass fucking thing to say in response to this. What the fuck? Thanks, I love that for you and me and all of us that got to read that. Yeah, I thought that was really wild. It was like, you know, your body's a fucking eating disorder trigger. It was just like... It made me feel, it made me feel like I'm, like, not a person, I think. I think the reason why I was so upset a couple of days ago was because, like, I felt like I was, like, not a human being. Like, I was not allowed to be a person. I was not allowed to be someone who has, like, been absolutely fucking dragged through the mud every single fucking day for years. I was not allowed to be someone who has been put through, like, really horrible shit and, like, bullied on a massive scale. I was not allowed to be someone who has feelings about my own body. I was not allowed to be someone who has triggers myself. I was not allowed to be someone who has suffered and, like, come out the other side. I'm no longer a person, right? My feelings, my experiences, they don't fucking matter. Because because I'm not a fat girl. So, or because because those people think I look conventionally attractive. So, like, I don't get to be a person anymore. And that was really hard. You can fucking insult me. You can say that I have a fucking pig face. You can say that I'm fat. You can say that what did somebody said I looked like a crackhead that had baby fat earlier, which was really funny because it's like, those don't go together. That just means you think I have a thin body and like a baby, like a youthful face. Like, I'm sorry, that was actually really funny. But like, you can't say that. Yeah, like, you can say anything you want about me, and it just fucking rolls off my shoulders at this point. But I think it was the, like, you're not allowed to have these experiences, and you existing is offensive, and you should put a trigger warning on your existence. That was really hard. Because at that point, I'm not a person. Yeah, I don't know. I just wasn't, like, dealing with that well. Because I can take it from men all day long, but, like, from women, it's different. I think from women, it's different. Especially because, like, I reached out and I was like, hey, please talk to me. Please fucking talk to me. And she just, like, wouldn't do it. She wouldn't do it, and the more that I was like, hey, I'm a real human being, I have feelings, like, the more people were like, actually, you're a narcissistic cunt. I was like, cool. Great. So, I don't know. Yeah, that was really difficult, I think. Do you feel like you can't leave the internet? Not that you should, but do you feel shackled here? Yeah. Yes and no. Yes and no. I do think that, like, yes and no. I like it a lot of the time. I do think that there's, like, a lot of, I think that there's a lot of situations, like what we were just talking about, that, like, end up making me feel really bad. But I do feel like, because all I know is sex work, all I've ever done is sex work, that it would be really hard for me to get a job where I could make the kind of money where I can, like, pay for my family, because, like, I support my family. I just do. I pay for a lot of things. I basically pay to make sure that this household still runs. SDL is really good, and that he splits bills with me, and that's really nice, but I don't know that I'm going to have security, necessarily, going forward when I move out with him. And I have 3 cats, I have 2 dogs, I want to go to school, I want to live in a nice place, I want to be able to afford nice things, and so, I want to be able to have, like, money in a savings account, I want to be able to get back on my feet again, I want to feel like I can go to school, and I don't have to worry about working multiple jobs with health conditions while I'm going to school, and so, in order to do that, I have to be able to have a lot of money coming in. And the only way I'm going to have a lot of money coming in that works around my health conditions is if I continue to do sex work online. And the only place that you can do sex work online is on twitter.com. So to some degree, I am stuck here. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. You're sweet. Well, that is the plan. I think you can do literally whatever you want. Don't think you're destined to be online. If you ever wanted to leave and do something else, you just gotta make a plan. Yeah, for sure. Like, that's the situation that I am sort of faced with, right? It's like, okay, well, I want to go to school, and I want to get out of this, so I sort of have to stack some money. I have to give myself a little cushion, and then, graduate, get a job, and I think that after that, like, I can walk away. Maybe I will walk away after that. Something I think about a lot, right? Would I just delete my whole Twitter account? Would I just delete everything? Would I delete my Twitter account? Would I delete my Twitch account? Would I delete my Instagram? Would I just walk away from everything? It's like a fantasy, So dramatic. So true. Being such a drama queen. It is a fantasy, though. I think if you have never been... No, it's our life. Yeah, I think if you have never had, like, the internet reach in and, like, try to fuck up your real life, yeah, it probably does sound dramatic, but, like, I had the internet reach in and, like, try to fuck up my real life. These people tried to get me divorced. They tried to get me swatted. Like, they framed me for the Nashville bombing. They went so far as to Photoshop and edit my YouTube and try to get me, like, arrested. And they gave my information to a right-wing militia. Like, maybe it sounds dramatic that I'm like, yeah, I would love to leave, but, like, these people tried to get me killed. When I was married, they used to message my husband, like, trying to get him to, like, hurt me, divorce me, hurt me while we lived together. They tried to get me killed, so, all leftists, by the way. So, yeah, it is sort of a fantasy of mine, right? That I just, like, delete everything and walk away. My cousin got swatted for being a neurodivergent child screaming about Sonic on YouTube. Yeah, people are fucking terrible. People are fucking terrible. Genuinely. So this is the fantasy, right? Okay. This is my fantasy. And then PewDiePie made a video about him? What the fuck? That's crazy. So here's the fantasy. The fantasy is that you move into the woods. I move into the woods, right? I move into the woods. I have, like, a small plot of land in the woods. I don't need much. I don't want, like, multiple acres. We move into the woods. So the dream is that I move into the woods. I have, like, maybe an acre, maybe 2 acres. Not much, right? I can't do jack shit. I'm not gonna manage multiple acres. However, I have, like, maybe 2 acres tops, right? I have 2 husbands. Maybe 3. Maybe I have 3 husbands. I don't know. Minimum I have 2 husbands, okay? Minimum I have 2 husbands. I've got cats. I've got dogs. I've got rats. I've got horses. I've got a donkey. Okay? Maybe a couple of donkeys. Oh my god, they have miniature ones. They have the ones that are so little. You guys ever seen a little donkey? They're like this tall. They're so cute. Oh my god. They'll be like this tall, right? So they're like come up to like right above your knees, but then they're like, oh, they're like this wide. Oh, oh, oh. You ever seen a donkey that's this tall and this wide? To babies. Okay. Excuse me. There's like 4 that live next to my aunt, and I love them. Anyway, the babies. So, I got donkeys. I got horses. Maybe we throw some chickens in there, right? Because I would eat eggs. I would eat eggs if they were like chickens that I had, right? They live on the farm. They got a coop. They run around. Nobody's doing any weird shit to them. There's 0 cages. Because there's eggs that aren't fertilized, right? So they lay the egg and there's no chicken embryo in there. It's like just an egg, right? I got pigs. I got donkeys. We got a horse maybe. I love to ride Western. I actually know how to ride really well. I rode for 13 years. I got cats. I got dogs. I got a rat or 2, right? Those are just my pets. Now what I actually do on this ranch of sorts is I'm a local wildlife rehabilitation vet. That's the dream, right? Did you say rat eggs? Ew. So, you bring me like possums. Yeah, 16 naked cowboys. Yeah, I actually live on Ram Ranch. So my dream is that I work with like local wildlife that's been injured or hurt or they're sick or whatever. Yeah. So like if you hit a deer with a car and it's still alive and you're like, fuck, what do I do? You bring the deer to me, right? Because it's local wildlife and I'll be able to like take care of it. You find a raccoon that's sick, you find a possum that's got like a broken leg, you bring that shit to me, right? I'm taking care of that possum. I'm taking care of that raccoon. I'm that deer's mommy now. That's right. I'm the deer's mommy. I would simply eat that deer. No. You can't say that. No. You're not allowed to say that in my chat. You have to bring it to me. You're not allowed to eat the deer. Let me show you guys something. I always tell people this, and I can never find the photo. But I have proof. I have proof that it happened. This is so dumb. Why am I showing you guys this way? I'm fucking stupid. Okay. So, you see this? This is the dumbest way I could possibly do this. Do you see this? You see what this means? This is a Instagram message. Here, maybe I should do it this way. Should not be calling her. That's an Instagram message. This is why I should not drink. Did she actually post that? No, she just sent it to me, I think. You see this? That's a baby deer. That's an Instagram message. I'm leaking DMs right now. Yeah. That's an Instagram message of a baby deer. Let me read you what this Instagram message says. It's from Nat Geo. It's a baby fawn. And it says, see a wild baby animal in trouble, Here's when to step in and when to walk away. Read more in the link in bio. Baby animals are adorable, and when we see one that appears to be in trouble, it's not surprising that we want to help. Recognizing when an animal's truly in trouble and learning how to safely lend a hand is something that's difficult to discern, even for well-meaning nature lovers. And then they want you to click the link in the bio, right? So that you can, like, read all about how to do it. So the person that sent this to me so that I could read all about when it's okay and when it's good to rescue baby deer and when it's not is my fucking mother. That's my mom sending me this post. And as you can see, I say, maybe you can see it, maybe you probably can't see it. What I say to her is, about 10 years too late. And my mother says, just in case. You can't see shit. That's totally fine. That's fine. I don't know how to show you stuff on Instagram, like, on the actual, like, through the internet. So, the reason why my mother is sending me a post about when it's okay to touch wildlife and when it's not is because when I was 12 years old, fucking story, when I was 12 years old, yeah, she sent me infographics because when I was 12 years old, I brought a baby deer home and I got in trouble. We used to live in this neighborhood back when South Austin was, like, not developed at all. So we lived at, like, the outer edges of South Austin, and there were, like, walking trails around our neighborhood. And because nothing south of us had been developed yet, there were wildlife, there were animals, like wild animals on the walking trails. And I was like, I was taking a walk. I'm like, you know, I'm 12 years old, right? I'm like 6th grade or something. And I'm taking a walk, and I see, as I'm on this walking trail, this mama deer burst out of the brush, and she fucking runs off, right? Darts out of there. And I was like, okay. And it's Texas. You see deer all the time, right? It's not that big of a deal. Deer are always in people's yards. But this is one deer. There's one female deer by herself. And then I hear the sounds, right? So I'm like, okay, there's another deer here. Well, I go a little bit off the trail, and in the brush, there is the smallest deer I have ever seen. Y'all, it is covered in, like, slime. This deer, this little baby fucking fawn, is covered in, like, deer slime, right? And its leg, its little baby leg, tiny little baby leg, is, like, wrapped up in brush or something. And I was like, oh fuck. Oh fuck, I just found a fresh deer. Oh no. Right? And it's like, I was like, oh no, like, it was probably born like a couple of days ago. Fresh off the vine, yeah, a new deer just dropped. And that's fucked up. I should fucking ban you for saying that. That's fucked. Don't say that shit to me. That's fucked up. Legitimately do not say that shit to me, Talisman. That's fucked up. So I'm like, oh fuck, this deer was, like, born a couple of days ago. Like, maybe he's been wrapped up in this bramble for, like, maybe he's been starving or something. I'm sorry, it's okay. But, like, it's fine. But I'm like, maybe he's been starving, maybe he's been hungry, maybe he's been, like, up in this bramble, and, like, his mom just left. His mom just fucking abandoned him. I'm 12 years old. I don't know anything, right? I'm a fucking moron. And also, I was a moron when I was 12. So, like, what do I do? His mom just left him. She just abandoned him. Because at this point, like, I don't know, they come back. It doesn't occur to me that they come back. And so, I was like, shit. It's up to me. I gotta save this baby deer. I'm such a fucking idiot. Yeah, you've seen Bambi. The protocol is clear. Thank you. So I walk over and I untangle its foot and I pick this baby deer up. And I pick this fucking baby deer up and I cuddle it to my heart and I take it home. And I walk off the trail and I walk back into my house. I walk back to my house and I open the door and I walk into my living room and I go, Mom! Mom, look what I found! And I bring a baby deer home. I stole a deer. I stole a baby deer. I did it. I stole it. I just straight jacked a baby deer from its mother. And I was like, you got covered in deer slime? Oh, yeah. Oh, I absolutely was covered in deer slime. Yeah. Like, I don't know if that was, like, deer placenta or, like, I don't know what was going on. Is that deer amniotic sac fluid? I don't know. But I was holding this baby deer and I came home with it and my mom was like, I remember her walking downstairs and being like, ah! Fucking screaming, right? Because she's like, what have you done? What is it? What do you have there? And I'm like, it's a deer. I found a baby deer. And she's like, don't touch it. And I'm like, I'm holding it. What do you mean, don't touch it? I'm like, I'm helping. So there's a photo somewhere. There's a photo somewhere of me in our living room sitting in the big blue back chair. Because we had this chair that was like, yeah. So it's the huge, like, blue chair that we have in the living room. And I'm sitting in it. I'm 12 years old. And I'm like, like the biggest fucking cheese on my face. And I'm sitting and I'm holding this baby deer. And, she was so mad. She was so freaked out. She wasn't that mad. She was freaked out. And I remembered at the time even thinking that it was, like, a weird situation, right? Because she was, like, super freaked out, and her initial response was to be, like shocked and kind of mad at me. And then she was like, wait, hold on, sit down. She ran and went to go get a camera, right? Because even in the moment of my mom being like, what has my idiot fucking retard child just done? She was like, I have to take a picture of this. Like, this is so fucking funny, right? Like, and so she runs, she gets the camera, and she takes a picture of us. And so there's like a picture in a, I don't know, like in a, what are they called? They're books that are just filled with, like, photographs back when you had, like, digital cameras. Photo album, right, sorry. Wow. Yeah, there's, like, a photo album somewhere in my house of me being, like, just with this fucking baby deer in my lap. And, she was like, we're calling animal control. And I remember being really upset. She made me go put it back. She made me go put it back where I found it. She didn't even go with me, actually. Now that I think about it, she didn't even go with me. She told me to go put it back where I found it. And so I, put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. fuck off, are you kidding me? Yeah, put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. Is that a Monsters, Inc.? That's a Monsters, Inc. song, isn't it? Okay. That's totally a Monsters, Inc. song. Yeah, that's right. I haven't thought about that in years. My mother made me put this baby deer back. And now that I think about it as a full-grown adult, I'm like, you didn't go with me? That's insane! Why didn't you go with me to make sure I put it back in the right place and I didn't just, like, circle around and put it in our backyard? You know me. There's like a 50% chance I would have done that. Totally insane, right? So I put this deer back where I put this fucking deer back where I found it. And, I come back home. And she calls animal. She's like, alright, I'm gonna call animal control, right? I'm gonna call Austin Wildlife Center. I'm gonna make sure that, like, this deer is taken care of. And she was like, in the living room, stand now! And so I'm like, okay. She's like making me do a 360 while she looks me over for ticks, right? She's like, pick up. I'm like, okay. And she's like, you could have gotten fucking Lyme disease. She's like, raise your arms. Look, just, she's not like super angry, but she's like gruff, she's like, oh, pick up your arm, pull up your arm, I can't believe you didn't even think about ticks. Did you even think about ticks? She's just like, she's mad, right? You're like, oh fuck. She made me take like 3 showers. She made me take 3 showers, because she'd only let me shower for like 10 minutes at a time, She's like, alright, get out of there, alright, come on. I don't think she was timing me, but, she's like, I'm showering, she's like, okay, make sure you put soap on everything. Did you soap everything down? And I'm like, okay, yeah, I get out. She's like, okay, get back in. She made me take 3 fucking showers. Ugh. Man. Literally, get back in there and soap up again. Maybe I got Lyme disease that day. Maybe that's why I'm so fucked up. Maybe she missed a tick and I got Lyme disease that day, and that's why I'm dumb and have weird health problems. But basically, I've always been like this. Yeah, the tick is still there. I think this whole time I've thought this is a mole. It's a tick. No, and like all throughout my teen years and my 20s, I was like constantly rescuing like stray cats and stray dogs in Austin. Like, this happened all the time. Those aren't tattoos. I don't remember getting this tattoo. The symptoms of Lyme disease are the same symptoms of being 30. Fuck, yeah, maybe I do have Lyme disease, shit. So, I would always find, like, I found so many stray cats and stray dogs living in Austin, and, like, gotten them back to their parents, or, like, gotten them to a shelter, or, like, called animal control. Like, I have always been that person. I remember when I worked at 24 Diner, there was a kitten that was across from Lamar, and there was a bookstore across from Lamar, and it had been there for a couple of days. So I worked a couple of shifts with this kitten still over there, and I was like, okay, cool. So I went to go talk to it's a store called Book People, and it's Book People, it's here in Austin, it's a chain. I don't know if you guys might have it other places, but we have a Book People here in Austin. So, you're the Austin animal doctor? Yeah, that's me. And so I got a cat carrier on like probably the 3rd shift that I knew this cat existed, and I got like meat and cheese or whatever, because they were telling me, oh yeah, we've been trying to catch it, we can't. And I was like, that's baby shit. You're not trying hard enough. So I got a cat carrier, and I got like meat and cheese, and I threw it in there, waited, and that kitten was mine in 10 minutes. Like, are you kidding me? Come on. So fucking easy. But, like, I've just done shit like this my whole life, you know? Like, I remember one time, a friend that I went to high school with called me when I was, like, 24. Or she hit me up on Facebook or something. And, she was like, I have a problem. What do you mean you have a problem? She lived out in the country, like way out in the country, like way outside of the city or whatever. And she's like, yeah, man, I got a sick raccoon in my driveway. Okay. So I remember she was like, I think you can help me. Okay. I'm just the fucking animal lady, you know? So I remember, like, driving out there, and, we got a shoebox. What did I do? I got a shoebox and gloves, and I asked her to put, like, something over it. So we got out there, and she had put, like a safety cone or something over this raccoon. She's like, I think he's sick. I'm like, okay. So we go out, and he's still alive when I get there, so pick him up, and, put him in the shoebox, and I always had someone with me, so I had them drive. So I sat in the back, and I sat in the back of this car with this raccoon in the shoebox, and I just remember petting him, and, like, we got a bottle, put some water in it. I was trying to get him some water, and just, you know, petting him with the gloves, making sure he's okay, keeping him awake, things like that, trying to feed him water from the bottle. And there's an Austin Wildlife Center here, and they mostly take care of, like, they take care of local wildlife. So there is a center here that does it. And I remember taking them there, and they were like, we can't update you. I was like, what do you mean you can't update me? I think it's policy, we don't update you. And I was like, is he gonna be okay? She's like, I don't know. I was like, what do you mean you don't know? She's like, I don't know. We have to check. We have to run tests. We have to find out. I was like, okay, well, can you call me? She's like, no, we don't update people. And I remember being like, that fucking sucks. What do you mean you don't update people? That's shitty. So, ever since that happened, I think I was like 25 when that happened. So it's been like 5 years. And I've been like thinking that I should run my own animal center. And I would be nice to people. And I would call them back. Oh no, did we lose you guys? Yeah, it's been something I've thought about for a long time, that I just, like, I'm just kind of an animal lady. I don't know. I always have been. They might have a reason for no updates. I'm sure they do. No, I'm sure they do. I'm sure there's, like, a legitimate policy. It just hurt my feelings. It just really hurt my feelings, because I was like... I love him. I bonded with him in the back of the car when I saved his dumb ass. I want to know if he's okay. Do you think you like animals because of a history of dealing with bad faith people? Animals can't be bad faith. No, because I've been like this since I was a child. No, like, since I was, like, really small, I've always really, really, really loved animals. I don't know. Even when I was really little, I was, like, really into frogs. I don't know. I still really love frogs. When I first started drinking again, like, when I first broke sobriety back in 2021, I don't know if any of you guys were, like, following me on Twitter then, or if any of you guys remember, but I used to always, like, get drunk and go out and find frogs and be like, look at this frog I found. I don't know, I've just always been, like, an animal person. That's the ultimate dream. The ultimate dream is I live in the woods, And I have 3 husbands, and they're all best friends, and they all dick me down daily, and they're all in love with me, and they're all best friends with each other, and they help me with my animal rehabilitation farm that I run. That's a dream. Oh God, what is this?
Mr. Smithers! Mr. Smithers! I found another hurt shrew. I think this one has a twisted ankle.
Twisted ankle? Aren't there any healthy animals in this forest?
No! It's me! Oh, Andante, Asai, thank you. Thank you so much for the 15. I really appreciate that. You're the most underrated streamer I watch. Thank you for streaming again. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm underrated because all I do is just fucking talk. I don't even do like lefty politics or news or anything like that anymore. I just shoot the shit. I thought the frogs was a work thing from pool cleaning. No, I've always loved frogs. No, I've always loved frogs. I love froggy boys. Do you want to join Zan's World of Warcraft guild? Keffels joined the other day. I don't know how to play World of Warcraft. I've never played it before. Maybe. Don't you have to pay for World of Warcraft too? Still cool, but I wanted snakes. Oh! Do you know, do you guys know Matt Dillahunty? He runs, like, he's like a famous atheist. He is dating my friend Arden, and I went over to their place the other day, which was really cool. And I got to meet them. Yeah, so he's dating my friend Arden, so I got to go over to their place, and they have a bunch of snakes, and I got to meet a lot of their snakes. It was really cool. Yeah, Arden's like basically my neighbor. And she's like a cool girlfriend of mine. So I got to go over there and I got to hold a bunch of snakes. It was really, really, really cool. Because they have a bunch of ball pythons. And, yeah. I like snakes a lot, actually. Oh, and I got to hold bearded dragons. They have bearded dragons. That was really cool. The bearded dragons were super chill, very laid back. Like, you can just put them on your shirt, just pop them on, and they just stay there. It was really, really neat. My chat is not updating. Okay. Damn, we've gone for 3 hours. Okay. It's almost 3 a.m. here. We've gone for 3 hours. I need to go to sleep. Just 21 more hours to go. Fuck you. Fuck you, buddy. I think it's time for me to go to sleep. It was nice to stream again. Yeah, I need to go eat dinner. Dog, aren't you in the same time zone as me? No, it's 2 a.m. where you are. Crazy. Thanks for the stories. Yeah, of course. Thanks for listening to me ramble. Try to tell 4 stories at once. I'll get my Adderall. Eventually. Let me see. Let's see if anyone... Woo! Let's see if anyone is even online. Let's see. What are we gonna do? Let's go to twitch.com. Oh, Conyer is. Okay. Read. Okay. Alright. Get in the raid. Go. Go. Get in. Jump in. Hop in. Get in. Get in. Get in. Get in there. Okay, ready? Good night. I love you. Bye. Let's go see what